What's going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking and joining me here at the Bible Geek Squad. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. That will really help me out. I'm on that journey to getting 1,000 subscribers. I only got 194 or 196 more to go. So I know we can make that possible. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing, liking it, sharing it, commenting. Give me your feedback on this. All right, with that being said, let's dive into the subject. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Tyndale responded. Yes, they did, my friends. They responded. Basically, I sent them directly and personally my video, and I told them, hey, Tyndale, check this out, guys. And so they saw it, and they responded. And here's what they said. I'm going to put it up here. So it says, I have seen it, and I did respond to you on the blog. Now, I'm going to stop right there because I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, I'm going to go over it all over again, but I only posted this on YouTube, and I've commented on all my comments that were given to me in my last video regarding to this issue where I call out Tyndale. Now, if you haven't seen that video, pause, go watch that one, and then come back to this one. I called out Tyndale on the lack of their construction of the Bibles that they are producing. They expect us to pay $50, $60, $70 for a Bible that can fall apart within 2 minutes. Evidence. I opened this one, and it tore right here, ladies and gentlemen. It tore right here in less than 2 minutes, literally. And then while doing the previous video, it tore again. Like, what is going on? $55, $65 that I paid for this. I don't know where they responded because I didn't see anything anywhere. But anyways, let me go back. It says, thanks for your comments. Our production team is aware of these issues and working on addressing them. Smythe's own binding has been a priority for us, and you will notice it in many of our newer products. Older products, it takes a while until reprints are needed to have these issues fixed. Thanks again. As for the deluxe, our development team has proposed this, but there is an approval process for all the Bibles, and still in that process. We have seen this. Your ideas have been passed along. Thanks for letting us know. So, I don't know how long this process is. I don't know if this process is still going to be going on for the next weeks, months, or years. I don't know. But what I do know is that those of you that are big NLT fans, that is your primary translation, even your secondary translation, and so you buy several NLTs. I know that we do deserve better construction of all the Bibles. We deserve Smythe's own binding, and that's something that they said that they're going to be doing. But what's the point of having a Smythe's own binding if the paper is not going to be good whatsoever? Seriously, the 2007 Thin Line had decent paper, less ghosting. I can write in that Bible, and there was less bleed through. Today's editions, the filament, which has Smythe's own binding, has horrible paper. And the reason I say horrible, at first I thought, wow, this is amazing. But once I started to underline and highlight, and I use Pigma Micron 005, the best and thinnest pens that you can use for writing on your Bible. Yeah, there is a bleed through in these Bibles. The Laugh Application Study Bible, I love the content. I love that. Was my first study Bible. I have the new edition, the 3rd edition. I love it, but the paper, my goodness, it's not good at all. Yes, it has Smythe's own binding. Yes, but it's not holding very well, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know if they really dedicated time to sewing these, or they just threw in whatever, put it together, and let's send it off. Because that's what it looks like. It seriously. So it's not just about Smythe's own binding. We need Smythe's own binding. We do need better paper. We need line matching. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in 2021. Zondervan is giving us comfort print, which is amazing. In my opinion, it is awesome. There is no real ghosting whatsoever, no see-through. I mean, like, that is great. I can write in that paper, and it doesn't bleed through at all. So you're saying, well, if you like that so much, why don't you go with that? Because that's not my main translation. My main translation is the NLT, and I want to have a good Bible that has good Smythe sewn binding. It has line matching, ladies and gentlemen. It has good, decent, great looking paper that I can write on and not worry that there's going to be bleed through. I don't want there to be so much ghosting that I can't concentrate in reading the front page because the back is blending or you can see it. From the front page, from what I'm reading, like that gives you a headache. I want to have a good quality NLT Bible. The best one that I have at the moment, it's Pitminian, Cambridge, Pitminian. It's real small though, but that's what I'm dealing with right now because believe it or not, that little Bible right there, I can write, and I have a lot of highlighting, I have a lot of underlining and notes in Daniel, and there is no see-through. That is amazing on this little Bible. Wow. So I'm like, okay, so if Cambridge can do that, if Schuyler can do that, why can't Tyndale produce good quality Bibles? Alan has used Tyndale's text block, and I had one and I sold it. I couldn't stand the ghosting. There was just so much. So if this process is going to take months or even years, guys, we got to put pressure to Tyndale. Now, how to put pressure, I'm going to leave that up to you. But one thing that you can do is you can start emailing them and letting them know, hey, we're paying good money for our Bibles. We don't deserve to be given glued spined, super thin, see-through Bibles that you can't even write or highlight because it's going to bleed, the ink will bleed through the paper. We deserve better for the money that we're paying. Email them. If you want to throw my name in there, throw my name, Pastor J, the Bible Geek. That's right, my friends, the big NLT fan. And let me tell you this, I'm going to update this right off the bat as well because I had decided to move away from the NLT and dive into a more literal translation, and I said that it would be the ESV. Now, the reason I'm going to stick with the NLT for now, and trust me that this is very temporary. This is temporary when I say this. I love the NLT. And I think about the congregation because I've been preaching out of the ESV, the CSB, the last almost 2 months now. I've been preaching out of those two translations because I felt like I need to move away from the NLT for now and, dive into something more literal. But because of the context, because of the congregation that I preach with, and I know my community, I know the people, the NLT just seems to be that perfect fit. It's the simplicity and the clarity of the text is something that I really love. And it's not just me, but the congregation. However, I don't want to be encouraging other people to continue to buy NLT Bibles that are going to be falling apart within 6 months or less. And let me let you know that has been the case. I've known of several people that have shown me their Bibles, and I've asked them, like, man, maybe that Bible's been with them for a good while. And they'll tell me, oh, I've had it for 3 months, and the text block is falling apart from the binding. That is not right, and it's not fair. And it's not just one person. It's happened on several occasions. So, I'm not going to be encouraging people to be buying NLT Bibles for any time soon, until we start to see them actually proving that, you know what, we're going to give you better quality Bibles, Bibles with better construction, better paper and all that stuff that I mentioned before. And I don't feel like repeating myself all over again. So they responded. That's the response. You can make your own judgment on that, whether you're going to stick with the NLT if that is your primary translation, or you're going to be moving away from them. You can read the NLT on that YouVersion app. You can read it on the Olive Tree app. So if you don't feel like buying any more NLT Bibles, for the time being, don't buy them. Read it on your tablet or on your phone. You can read it there. That's really up to you. For me personally, I'm not going to be buying any NLT Bibles for the time being until I see and I can read, that, hey, they've actually improved. And so that's my encouragement, at least for now. So that was my update on both ends. I'm going to stick around with the NLT for temporary, but slowly make that move to ESV or the CSB or the NIV, which the congregation already, I know that several of them already have an NIV and they feel comfortable with that one. So that may be the area that I move to, because for the congregation, I'm looking for a balance, a good balance of clarity, but at the same time faithfulness to the original text, you know. So I think the NIV, the ESV, or the CSB, they do that very, very well. So those are the three translations I'm thinking of moving into. I jumped into the ESV personally, you know, for me, but thinking of the church and of the congregation, that's something more to think of. And so, yeah. So for the time being, I'm going to stick with the NLT, but slowly move away. That's my update, letting you guys know. God bless you. If you like this video, once again, consider subscribing. Let me know what your thoughts are on their response. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.